up, we're told to drink milk because it would help create stronger bones. Time and time again, we see posters for Got Milk in school cafeterias, but we never stop for a moment to ask ourselves if this is really true. In reality, milk doesn't only help build our bones, but it also possibly helps develop breast cancer, testicular cancer, as well as pancreatic cancer.
Dairy product consumption increases levels of insulin-like growth factors in the bloodstream. IGF-1 is a potent stimulus for cancer cell growth. High IGF-1 levels are linked to increased risk of prostate cancer and breast cancer. According to a Harvard study, those who consumed more than 2 dairy servings daily had a 34% higher risk of developing prostate cancer than men who consumed little or no dairy products. Among women, milk consumption has been associated with an increased risk of ovarian cancer in both the Nurses' Health Study and in a 2005 study from Sweden's Karolinska Institute. Dr. Dava Zambu cited a study comparing diet and cancer rates in 42 countries that showed a strong correlation between milk and cheese consumption and the incidence of testicular cancer among men aged 20 to 39. Rates were highest in high-consuming countries such as Switzerland and Denmark, and low in Algeria and other parts of the world where people eat less dairy. A recent analysis of studies examining a relationship between dairy product consumption and ovarian cancer risk found that for every 10 grams of lactose consumed, which is the amount in 1 glass of milk, ovarian cancer risk increased by 13%.
Her husband recalled that on field expeditions, his Chinese colleagues provided him with powdered milk because they did not drink it themselves. He had nothing to lose. Professor Plant switched to a dairy-free Asian-style diet overnight while also undergoing chemotherapy. Within 6 weeks, the lump in her neck had disappeared. Within a year, she was in remission and remained cancer-free for the next 18 years. But her far more radical message is that a diet that totally excludes dairy products like milk, cheese, butter, and yogurt can be successfully used to help stop the disease in its tracks by depriving cancer cells out of the conditions they need to grow. We have all been brought up with the idea that milk is good for you, says Professor Plant, but there is evidence now that the growth factors and hormones it contains are not just risky for breast cancer, but also other hormone-related cancers of the prostate, testicles, and ovary.
Thank you for calling HCA Midwest. All calls are recorded for quality assurance and training purposes. If this is a medical emergency, please hang up and dial 911.
Thank you for calling Nurses on Call. This is Stacey. I'm a registered nurse. How may I assist you this evening?
Hi, good night. I was just wondering if you guys could answer a few questions. It's for a school project. It's just a couple simple questions on a project.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're doing a documentary on dairy and how it's linked to cancer. Are you willing to answer a few questions on the issue?
So I apologize. I really can't go over anything with you. Do you have like a school nutritionist or something?
Dairy can cause cancer, or like how they both relate in a way.
Dairy causes cancer. Can answer that. And actually, I thought there were some studies that showing dairy prevents colon cancer.
Okay.
But I'm not a big dairy cancer knowledge person, but I definitely don't believe dairy causes cancer.
Okay. Yeah, it's just from the Harvard study.
Was it one study? Was there a lot of people in the study? Was it a good study? A lot of these studies are really ridiculous.
Okay then. So you believe that?
You gotta look at the study. You can't just look at one study. I don't believe it. So that's my opinion.
Okay then.
Well, I don't believe one food told you, one food saved you. So I don't believe one food is going to cause anything like that.